It's been a few days. So it turns out that my parents and I all got the Rona. My symptoms aren't too bad. I lost my sense of taste, and on the first day I had some brief but frequent spouts of dizziness. My mom has been unable to stand for more than 2 minutes at a time, and I think for the first time today went out of the house just on a drive with my dad. They didn't go in any stores or anything, just driving around. It's one of their pastimes. My dad is constantly coughing. That's the extent of it. I have been working on the bus, but I haven't been getting video because honestly I just haven't felt like it. It takes a lot of energy to take video and work on things, which is why a lot of the video I take is pretty rushed, because my main focus is getting something done. Since I've done about 3 days worth of work without showing anything, I should probably go ahead and start showing that. I have absolutely no idea how I'm going to finish this wall, and it has been one of the most intimidating things for me. However, I started making progress. I went ahead and Gorilla Glued some blocks to the steel ribs that run across the bus, and then from there I screwed in this piece of wood to go ahead and follow the curves of it and then use that as a building platform. There's going to be a wall of some sort here with book storage here for some D&D books. This isn't going to be a pocket when it's done. It's going to be a flat wall with, I think, another light specifically for dining that'll go right about here. It should theoretically shine onto the dining table that still hasn't been installed yet. In the meantime, to power the light that will eventually go here, a running cable to that spot, which, if you'll recall, was originally going to be that electrical outlet. However, plans changed, so now that is going to be probably another dimmer switch. And then I'm also routing power from that all the way back to the beginning, all the way to the closet. So I took off one panel to do that. 99% sure. Alright, there's a 100% chance that this is why people do all their electrical work all in one go, all at the very beginning, plan where they're going to have their junction boxes. This is why people put the junction boxes down and conduit and then lay wiring through that, and it 100% makes sense. 100%. However, that's not me. In the same way that that wall is still unfinished. I have walls everywhere else. You know, the couch is built and all these other things are done. It's just the thoughts of a madman, the ravings of a lunatic. That's what it is. So if you ever decide to build a bus, don't be me. Make sure you lay out electrical conduit for all your lines to go through. That way you don't have to do what I'm doing now and worry about hiding them and worry about them rubbing up against metal and eventually wearing out, because that's a real issue. And also make sure you insulate and wall all in one go. Today's Sunday. We're doing the most. What a terrible way to start a video. Okay, today's Sunday, and I have wiring done. What I'm gonna do is put on an outdoor exterior light of some sort, so that if someone comes around back to try to mess with the generator, once that's on, you just flash the lights and hopefully that'll scare them off. I'll also have a light to use when I'm going to maintain the generator, so if it's nighttime and I need to, I don't know, add more gas to it, maybe do an oil change a spark plug, it's going to be a lot easier to be able to see things in back. And also, if any critters are sneaking up to the back, you can illuminate those as well. I may end up doing another light probably by the entrance to kind of, you know, I don't know what this is, to blind someone who might be trying to break in. I'm leaving this kind of open still because I'm going to be putting an exterior light back here. So this is the panel that's going to go over everything. I have some, I guess, struts running vertically so I can have a bookshelf or some kind of storage. We shall see exactly what. I have this little tab open because I need to be able to get to this filter on the AC unit to change it. So what does that mean? Whatever storage I have here is going to have to be movable so that I can take it off and then pull the AC filter out So I went to the orange box store today to get piping to go ahead and do a table that can swivel and be pulled apart pretty easily. So it's very versatile, especially for a small space. And it's very common for people to use these kinds of tables in their buses or vans. The big orange box store did not have everything that I needed, so I went ahead and went to the big blue box store. A video from a long time ago. In the video, the guy said that people will cut and rethread the pipes for you at the store. However, both the big blue box store and the big orange box store do not do that anymore. I had to finagle and figure out a way to put all these pieces together without cutting, looking at just kind of joining random pieces together, seeing what I could do. I used one of the store's measuring tape to go ahead and figure out the exact or appropriate length for this table to be able to swing out. Okay, I'm at the outdoor section of the home improvement store. I'm trying to figure out a way to fasten this table appropriately. I have these guys to wrap around the outside of the pipe, and the internal diameter of that versus the exterior diameter of the pipe is pretty good. I had trouble finding just a length of PVC pipe that had a snug enough but loose enough fit on the pipe, so I'm using those couplings instead. Right now, I'm looking at the fence posts specifically to see if maybe there's a band or something that can wrap around the outside to give it some extra security to keep everything in place. For all of the fittings, about $100, which in my opinion is freaking crazy. So I'm going to either come up with a new solution or see if I can find a cheaper one online. I get that that's the going rate, that prices are going up and everything, but I'm not gonna pay that. I'm gonna figure something out. So I spent about 3 hours in the big blue box store just looking at the different kinds of piping and figuring out how everything would interface together. Got everything, went up to the register, went to scan it. I'm like, this is probably gonna be like 50 bucks, maybe a little more. Came out to $93. So I said, you know what, I can't do this. Put everything back, left. I guess all in all, I can't believe that today sort of came out to be a wash. I was able to get at least one thing done on the bus today. I got some lights from the Smiley Face website for the kitchen. They're really, really blue on camera. A white, maybe a hair blue in person. So as you can see, pretty white lights here for the kitchen. I don't know if I said it earlier, so I'll say it again.